Dear students, previous classes we will discuss about enzyme inhibitors. Dear students, the IPE pattern, this question is very important in short answer type question, that is write about the enzyme inhibitors. Write about the enzyme inhibitors. This is very important, and this question is also very important, that is explain the types of cofactors. Explain the types of cofactors. These two short answer type of questions are very important in IPE pattern. First one, write about the enzyme inhibitors. Second one, explain the types of cofactors. Dear students, today we are going to discuss about cofactors. First, what is the meaning of cofactors? Dear students, enzymes having non-protein part along with the protein part, that is called holoenzyme. Generally, one statements are here. Almost enzymes are proteins, but proteins are not enzymes. But here enzymes having non-protein part along with the protein part is called holoenzyme. Holoenzyme having non-protein part and protein part. So dear students, the non-protein part of is called cofactor and the protein part is called apoenzyme. Apoenzyme. Enzymes having non-protein part along with the protein part is called holoenzyme. This holoenzyme consists of two parts. One is cofactor, second one is apoenzyme. What is the meaning of cofactor and what is the meaning of apoenzyme? The non-protein part of holoenzyme is called cofactor and the protein part of holoenzyme is called apoenzyme. So one principle are here, that is holoenzyme equal to cofactor plus apoenzyme. Cofactor plus apoenzyme, that is equal to holoenzyme. This is a common principle. Holoenzyme are equal to cofactor plus apoenzyme. That is holoenzyme equal to non-protein part plus protein part. So these are the definitions are here. Holoenzyme, cofactor, apoenzyme. Let us we will discuss about how many kinds of cofactors. Dear students, cofactors are of three kinds or three types. First one is here prosthetic groups, second one is here coenzyme, third one is here metal ions. Enzyme inhibitors are of three types. They are namely, first one competitive inhibitors, second one non-competitive inhibitors, third one feedback inhibitors. Cofactors are of three types or three kinds. They are namely, first one prosthetic group, second one coenzymes, third one metal ions. Don't confuse over here. Enzyme inhibitors are of three types. At the So this is a enzyme of active site. One of the organic cofactor which are tightly bound to the enzyme active site, that is prosthetic group. Prosthetic groups these are organic cofactors or organic molecules which are tightly bound to the active site of enzyme. Given the example for here, peroxidase and catalase. Both are prosthetic groups enzymes. To be observed, one peroxidase enzyme are here. This peroxidase enzyme easily catalyze breakdown of hydrogen peroxide to be released water and oxygen. This is the importance of peroxidase enzyme. Hydrogen peroxide, that is H2O2, with the help of peroxidase enzyme to be form of water H2O and oxygen O2. Okay now, peroxidase enzyme easily catalyzed by hydrogen peroxide to be release water and oxygen. This is a first example over here, prosthetic groups. Second example over here, heme. Heme is the one of the prosthetic group and it is the active part of an enzyme. So dear students, any enzyme containing one heme of the prosthetic group. Heme means iron copper protein. So dear students, any enzyme of active site to be containing internally heme prosthetic group, that is iron copper protein. Okay now, heme is the prosthetic group and it is the active part of an enzyme, that is the prosthetic group. So dear students, now let us about second type, coenzymes. So prosthetic groups and coenzymes, these two are organic factors and organic molecules, but differ are here, which are loosely bound to the enzyme active site. Dear students, this is a enzyme. Every enzyme containing one specific active site. This is a substrate and this is a one of the organic cofactor. This organic cofactor loosely bound to the enzyme active site. Okay now. So, but prosthetic groups are organic factors, coenzymes are organic factors or organic molecules, but these are tightly bound to the enzyme active site, but these are loosely bound to the enzyme active site. These are the differences between prosthetic groups and coenzymes. Prosthetic groups are loosely bound to the enzyme of active site, but coenzymes are loosely bound to the enzyme active site, but prosthetic groups are tightly bound to the enzyme active site. Differ to prosthetic groups and coenzymes. And inhibitors, competitive inhibitors and non-competitive inhibitors. So competitive inhibitors and non-competitive inhibitors. Competitive inhibitors, both substrates are similar in size. Non-competitive inhibitors, both substrates are dissimilar in size. This is the difference between competitive inhibitors and non-competitive inhibitors. Okay, now clearly understood. Competitive inhibitors, both substrates, normal substrate or inhibit substrate, both are similar in size, similar in structure. And non-competitive inhibitors, both substrates are here. One is inhibit substrate, another one is normal substrate. Both are dissimilar in size, structurally dissimilar, but structurally similar. So at the same prosthetic groups and coenzymes. Prosthetic groups all are tightly bound to the enzyme active site. Coenzymes all are loosely bound to the enzyme active site. This is the main difference between prosthetic groups and coenzymes vitamin B, vitamin C. These two are water soluble vitamins. Remaining A, D, E, K, 4 are fatty vitamins. Fatty vitamins are here A, D, E, K. Water soluble vitamins are here B, C. But fatty vitamins are non-water soluble vitamins, that is A, D, E, K. But coenzymes are derived from water soluble vitamins. So these coenzymes are derived from water soluble vitamins. So such coenzymes are here NAD, NADP. NAD by means nicotine adenine dinucleotide. Nicotine adenine dinucleotide. NADP, nicotine adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Okay, no? NAD, nicotine adenine dinucleotide. NADP, nicotine adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Both two are coenzymes. These two coenzymes containing one type of vitamin, that is niacin. That is niacin. Okay, now let us now discuss about third type or third kinds, that is metal ions. That is metal ions. So dear students, these metal ions to be most of the required for their activity, which form coordinated bonds with the chain chains of the active sites. Chain chains of the active sites to be form of coordinator bonds. To be form of coordinate bonds. To be form of coordinate bonds. Metal ions. So dear students, so most of the metal ions required for the enzyme activity. Most of the metal ions required for the enzyme activity. So these metal ions to be formed coordinate bonds. To be formed coordinate bonds with the chain chains of the active site. With the chain chains of the active site. Okay, now, and at the same time to form one or more coordinate bonds. Same time to be form of one coordinate bond or one or more coordinate bonds, 2, 3, 4, infinity coordinate bonds at the same time. Within the 5 minutes to be form of number of coordinate bonds or to be form of only one coordinate bonds. That is the importance of metal ion. At the same time to form one or more coordinate bonds at the substrate. At the substrate, this is the important thing. Okay, now dear students, so many coordinate bonds to be formed with chain chains of the active site. At the same time to be formed one of the more coordinate bonds at the same time with the enzyme of substrate. So given the example over here, zinc. Zinc is one of the important metal ion. So zinc is a cofactor for the proteolytic enzyme. Zinc is a cofactor for the proteolytic enzyme, that is named carboxypeptidase. Carboxypeptidase is one of the proteolytic enzyme within the help of one coenzyme, that is zinc. So proteolytic enzyme of carboxypeptidase is always using of the metal ion. That is zinc. Okay, now this is very very important in 4 marks question. Okay, now this is about the cofactors. Okay, now thank you.